special Transformers third-party knockoff video review. Shouldn't even be a third party, it's basically a knockoff. The following figure is a knockoff of a 3D printed fan-made figure that, circled the web a few times not too long ago. So, as you can see, we're in front of my couch because this guy came 2 days early. Giggity. It is, of course, Transfamers Dinosaur. This is the infamous wannabe Voyager class dinobot from the Beast Wars line. As you can tell, I'm not a box guy, but we are going to unbox this dude. I already messed with him already. Here's his instructions. Oh no, this is funny too. But let's go ahead and take a look at the box real quick. You have what I can't help but think are stolen images from the Beast Wars TV show. And on the side, you have a picture of his Raptor mode, pretty much dead on to the travesty we're going to be looking at. As you can see, sad onion, so don't let babies play with it. They don't want peanut cancer. It was a recycled box. Yay! And they ask you to please recycle. This one here, the artwork. So this is a nice piece of artwork. I don't know who drew it, but back in 2010, this guy had thoughts of making his figure. Not really. This is probably just fan art they ripped from Photoshop. It is China. And on the side here, we have another drawing of Dinobot. Probably something pulled from Google Images. I'm going to be checking that out while I'm uploading this review, and I could include it in the screen. It'll be like right in this area here. So other than that, the bottom of it just says Transfamer Dinosaur. Transfamer. It sounds like a redneck is saying this, I swear. So let's go ahead and crack this guy open. You're going to see how he's packed. But first, let's look at the instructions. So the instructions are blank as hell on one side. On the other side, we actually have the instructions. Now, as you could already tell, this has already stolen screens. Look at the freaking wear already. Oh my god. The stolen screenshots from like Beast Wars promotional artwork with the CGI. And they got here, this is the Transmetal phase, right? I believe so, yep. You got Dinobot 2 there. Of course, again, sad onion and recycled. And choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years or adults over 30. So I'm in trouble. So yeah, that's it. This is the directions. Some of the directions aren't cut and dry, but we're gonna, if anything, I'll just zip through the transformation if it's that much of a pain in the ass. Let's go there. So let's go ahead and unpack this guy. We're gonna talk about the accessories he has. Let's go rip them out here. As you get that sound in the background is my dryer because I am doing laundry. So, and here he is in his glory. He comes in a clamshell packaging. As you can see, one of the two swords he has, that's right, he comes with two, is up here. He has his blaster. I believe it's the same one as the show. I'm not entirely sure. And of course, your Dinobot. So let's go ahead and prop this open. And we're going to take out Dinobot here. I'm just going to call him Dinobot. I'm not going to keep calling him Transfamer. I'm going to forget. So let's take a look at it here. So first things first, the sword is basically made from a cheapo plastico. As you can see right, if I get the camera to zoom in to focus on that, there is some stress marks already on this bad boy because I wanted to see just what kind of ply we had, and it's very, very touch and go. Something I not recommend you mess with. It comes with a clip because it does go in his hands, as you can see here on the bottom of his feet, because his feet turn into hands. Comes, and here is his blaster. Comes with another peg. I'm pretty sure no other Transformer in your collection can hold it. Maybe a Marvel Legend. So let's take a look at the dinosaur mode here. Here is his Velociraptor. The paint scheme is very... Oh man, I really want to say it really reminds me a lot of the old Beast Wars toys. I think his tail had a gimmick too. It had like a button you press and it spun. I need to look up Bolt Matrix's Beast Wars library to see if that was the case. Let's go to posability in dinosaur mode. You can turn his head. His head does go down and back that much. That's just about it. And of course, because he is a Velociraptor, the dinosaur, his mouth does open just that much. That's about it. No little button. Would have been neat, so you could get him to say stuff like, "I am a knockoff. Kill me." Hands are on a ball joint right over here. There's front hands. What's really neat is they're on a pin, so you can, to be like, oh, stop. So there's that. And then here we go. So overall, underneath, you can see it's kind of like his Beast Wars predecessor figure. The legs are tucked in underneath. And I don't even know what the masterpiece is going to look like. I've been ignoring it because I'm not saying it looks like crap. People are saying you can see paint scratches on a promotional work or anything like that. But what I am saying is Takara's out of their goddamn mind to think I'm going to pay $250 for a fucking posable Velociraptor. So let's go ahead and get started with this transformation. Just like his Beast Wars predecessor toy, you want to remove the tail. Now, let's just get this out of the way real quick before I start. This plastic feels like Dollar General quality plastic. It really is. There's a part that I am really sketch about making him a robot, and we're going to get to it soon. But I'm just telling you right now, if you buy this guy, we'll summarize it, but it's just the plastic feels sketch. I'll show you some parts where you're just like, oh my God. And yeah. So also, you know, you got a little wrist swivel here at the feet, or feet swivel. And their hands are hand swivels. You have a bicep swivel or a thigh swivel here for when he's in beast mode. And of course, he just has a standard single hinge joint near that gives you a nice 90-degree angle. So let's go ahead and pop him off, nice and gentle. Here's his tail. So we're going to put him down here. Oh, whatever, dude. Fall over. I don't care. So of course, we're going to split this bitch up. There you go. And there is the tail. So just like the Beast Wars, I don't remember if the Beast Wars had detail in here or not. It's been a minute, man. I could probably look at it. Like I said, I just got the guy in today. And of course, you have another sword here made from the same fragile plastic. It does come out. But as you can see, when you just look at it here, you think like, oh my God, is that crazy glued in? No, it's not. You just got to like work it a little bit out. It is pointy. There we go. So that comes out, and he can hold this too. We're going to put this bad boy right over to the side. Same thing with the tail. And then we're going to go ahead and continue with the transformation. Now, to get Dinobot into bot mode, we removed the tail, which we already did. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to bring down the legs. That's going to bring his hands down here. We're going to flip these bad boys down, and then you're also going to have the heels, and man, you're going to be grateful for those heels. And there you go. This goes down like so. I am being very careful. You had his legs came together at this peg here. That's how they basically stay together in beast mode. Okay, so when he's yelling maximize or terrorize, I don't care what faction you put him in. Here is the really scary part. This piece here, if you could see that design, you see that? All those screws, lovely screws with really thin metals there. Yeah, mixed with plastic. You got to move these sides, and you can't do it one at a time. They're together. So what I do is very carefully, I push down while I'm separating them. This will bring that up. It'll allow you then to spin the rear here for his legs. Oh, it feels iffy. And you got that way there. And then you got to spin his legs. You got to spin it because he has the thigh swivel right, or knee swivel right there. Same thing with the other leg. You got to spin that one over. Now what's neat is these pieces don't just hang out. They do fold over and into the back. So even though this is like super hollow and again, super sketch plastic, these do fold over. And there you go. That's that part there. And now we're going to basically, next move is we're going to bring, we got to do this together. If not, we will friggin' break this guy. I'm trying to keep no cursing on this video, gentlemen. I really am trying my best. I know some of you really appreciate that. So after you got that whole set up right there, next thing you got to do is you got to, easy. You got to keep your hand here. You got to move the legs that are now going to become your arms down. And you got to close them up. And there you is one arm. Again, we'll repeat the same process over here, but we'll speed that up. There we go. Next thing we're going to do here is we're going to take the head, and here's where it kind of gets a little finicky. So we're going to move the head down. That looks pretty dope right there. I ain't going to lie, except for all that. But now we're going to just maneuver that a little bit more. Again, very sketch. With the head now, we're going to pop open these side panels, you see, on that side. And again, here on the other side. And that's going to open that up. So, open that bad boy wide open. There you're going to see good old Dinobot's head. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to open the mouth. And you're going to slide this, You got to rotate this some more. And as you're doing that, you got to make sure that this part of the mouth slides into this cavity behind the little waist guard here. So again, and this is like super sketch. Oh, I keep saying that word. I'm sorry, everybody. And then next thing you'll do is click that in, and there you go. Set that down, and there is Dinobot in his robot mode in all his glory. Now to go over the basics of the figure real quick. His head is on a ball joint. He does look side to side without a problem. He can't look up that much. You can look down that much. And then you could also make him look really down by just propping his head up even more. It's in that promotional image they had him with the rat trap figure that just looked horrible. I mean, come on, dude. That is dumb. But it is right there. So let's go over more stuff on the shoulders now. They are on a swivel / pin assembly. Nice little bit of detail there. I do appreciate that. And they go around completely. Again, single hinge joint here. You have the elbow swivel. The hands do open and close with their own little swivel of their own, which is really neat. All right. Next is the legs, and this is where we're going to talk about the really cheap plastic. This is where I think they kind of cheapen out on plastic, because on the upper torso, it's not that bad. But lower down here, it's a little bad. So, and you'll see why. The feet go back this much because this chunk of kibble right here is in the way. The feet go forward that much. They go out that much, and they have like a makeshift T-joint with a pin assembly. Lots of pins on this damn thing, I swear to God. Here is where I have my gripe. This is very, very soft plastic. Almost prone to stress marks over time if you constantly transform him. He does have a knee swivel right here, like we covered earlier. His feet are on a ball joint, so it does help with posability. And he has a double knee hinge assembly. Now, all in all, if you ask me, is it worth paying $41.70? Absolutely not. Dinobot is not worth that money. But let's go ahead and add some of his accessories. Let's get his gun for one. So again, you have the hole right there, and you have the gun with the peg sticking out. You want to just put that bad boy there, and I'll give them credit compared to my side swipe when I had him. He holds his weapon really well. Pew, 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 pew. Next is, of course, the shield. The shield is a different story altogether. So to put this on here, what you need to do is open up his foot or hand altogether. There's the peg right here, right below my index finger. And you basically just want to pop that in there. And there's his shield. You can put the sword in there. He's got the sword and the shield, that type of deal. Let's go ahead and put one of his swords in here with the little one. And the sword, again, the peg goes into that hole right there. So we got that. And there you have Dinobot in robot mode. Now, just for some size comparison, the only other Beast Wars figure I have in my collection nowadays is the Thrilling 30 Waspinator. There you go. As you can see, he is basically Voyager class size. Here he is with the Last Night Megatron. As you see, again, they're basically the same height. And just for shits and giggles, because I picked this guy up the other day and I'm loving every second of him, it is DNA Bonsaitron. I am going to get the bludgeon, but as you can see, you know, he's not leader class height. Bonsaitron is. All in all, if you ask me my opinion, is he worth you paying $41.70 for? Absolutely not. If you can, try to pick him up between $25 to $30. That price point really makes it legit. I picked this guy up from tfdirect.com. On a scale of 1 to 10, he's a solid 5. If you're a fan of Dinobot and you want to be, and you basically want to have this tide you over until the release of the actual masterpiece, then yeah, sure, man, pick him up. I mean, you know, I can't even begin to tell you how many shitty, oh, my dryer's done. I can't begin to tell you how many like god-awful Seekers I have in my collection that are real and fake. So, I mean, other than that, this is him, not to mention Rodimus Primes. So that was Dinobot again. My name is Oscar. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to hear back from you guys soon. And the next review, I promise, will not be done on my couch.